Isaiah Thomas, Damon Stoudemire, Spud Webb, and Muggsy Bogues. These are just some of the greatest NBA players who prove that the little guys have a place in the biggest league on the planet. Now, fortunately, the buck doesn't stop there, folks. Because if you tuned in to the Olympics recently, there's actually one little dude who stole the show and even humiliated some of the best NBA players on the world stage. I mean, here's Kawamura shooting over the reigning Rookie of the Year, Victor Wembanyama, then drilling it on his grill.
Dancing long range. Three is good!
And how about this? He just nutmegs the Orlando Magic superstar Franz Wagner as if he's a Harlem Globetrotter. But seriously guys, Yuki Kawamura is the real frickin' deal. And today, we're going to be talking about the 5'8" Japanese point guard who strikes fear in the hearts of NBA players. Now, before he made all of our jaws drop with his impressive showing in the biggest sports spectacle in the world, many people had no idea who this little guy was. So, for the sake of everyone's curiosity, I did a little bit of digging about him on the internet, and I'm pretty sure that you'll be surprised just how good he really is. See, Kawamura was born in Yanai, Yamaguchi in Japan, and despite not being blessed with so much height growing up, he still chose to play basketball. Now, in a sport where giant men usually dominate, it's kind of hard for Kawamura to relate to players that are much taller than him, which was why he looked up to former B.League MVP Yuki Tagashi. Because besides carrying the same name, Tagashi was also short, just like him. In fact, 2 inches shorter than him. With Tagashi as his source of inspiration, Kawamura transformed into a baby beast inside the hardwood, and later on, he was hailed as the best high school prospect in Japan after leading Fukuoka Daiichi to back-to-back All-Japan high school titles. I mean, Kawamura was so good that San-en Phoenix, one of the teams in Division 1 of B.League, signed him as a special designated player, which means that he can play at the pro level while still retaining his amateur status. In his debut game, which coincidentally was against his idol's team, Kawamura brought his A game and became the youngest player that time to score a basket in the B-League when he was just 18 years old. Although he ended with 8 points and 3 assists in his first official pro game, Kawamura proved that he can hang with the old guys. And after playing 11 games in his first season with San-en, he was signed by another Division 1 team during the off-season, which happened to be the Yokohama B Corsairs. Anyway, while still playing as a special designated player, Kawamura's game dropped in the following season, as he only averaged 6 points a ball game in 16 games. With this small setback in mind, Kawamura made a tough decision by dropping out of Tokai University so he could focus on playing basketball full-time. His gamble eventually paid off as his numbers grew during the 2021-22 season to 10 points a ball game, while averaging almost 7.5 assists per game. His confidence continues to grow with every Steph Curry-like long bomb he makes and CP3-like pass he dishes out. And in his 4th year in the B-League, that's when Kawamura really took off and had his breakout year, as he averaged just below 20 points of a ball game, along with 3 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1.4 steals to take home the Rookie of the Year and MVP honors in the same season. Despite the clear lack of size, Kawamura managed to become the top dog in Japan, and in this recent season of the B-League, his scoring numbers went up yet again as he racked up 20 points along with 8 assists in 56 games while logging in 30 minutes a ball game.
っています。河村、ステップバックのスリーポイント。
From Rookie of the Year to MVP, Kawamura has already established a Hall of Fame-worthy career in just a short amount of time playing in the land of the rising sun. And with this being said, it was only a matter of time before the world got to know all about this rising Japanese superstar. Anyway, that day came during last year's FIBA World Cup, where Japan was pitted against the European powerhouse, Finland, led by the NBA All-Star and Most Improved Player of the Year in 2022, Lauri Markkanen. I mean, check this out. On the run, Kawamura just destroys Markkanen with his giant killer. Then he just changed gears right here to put it up and in quickly. And throughout the game, he just wears them out, because nobody can match his intensity and speed.
Kawamura will let it fly, and he's got Kawamura underneath the basket, will turn and shoot, kiss off the glass, actually keeps it alive. How about the feed down low?
Now, as Finland tries to close the gap, it was Kawamura yet again who came through for the Japanese. I mean, you can see here that Markkanen tried to pick him from all the way back, but it backfired on him as Kawamura left him in the dust using quickness. He just dropped it off to Hawkinson for the easy finish. And here's Kawamura once again staring daggers with a 7'3" Markkanen as he sizes him up like a lion stalking his prey. And with no hesitation, he just pulls up and splashes a big three-pointer right between his eyes to put the game to bed. In the end, the Japanese Spitfire scored 25 points and dished out 9 dimes to pull off a major upset and give Japan its first ever victory against a European team on an international stage. Anyway, fast forward to the recently held Olympics, we've also seen how Kawamura schooled some of the biggest and meanest NBA players of the tournament. I mean, whether it was the Stifle Tower Rudy Gobert guarding him,
Yamada is left to the hoop and off the glass. It's good from Wembanyama. Kawamura drives to the hoop.
Frank Ntilikina,
Long range, great rotation.
Victor Wembanyama,
To switch to Wembanyama. Now one, drives, good pass. Shot is good.
or Mo Wagner and Daniel Thies.
But still impressive that they're getting another shot. Incredible. Kawamura for 3, knocks it down.
Doesn't matter, as Kawamura cooked them all the same, like barbecue chicken on a hot summer day. And with this being said, I think there's no doubt that the entire NBA has already got their eyes locked on him. And it's pretty interesting to see what will happen once he steps foot inside an NBA court and battles it out with these guys. Anyway, what do you think Kawamura can ball out in the NBA? Well, let me know your thoughts on this by dropping your comments below. And until then, thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next video.